That is hardcore.
This is hardcore shit.
But for me, it's harder to resist.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hardcore Horror with Mike and Bridget. Hey, Bridget, what's going on over there?
Hey, what's up, Mike?
It's another month.
Another month
of horror. All right,
Yes.
we got a guest. Who we talking to tonight?
Yeah, we have a really special guest tonight. We have Kalel Neal with Superman Media.
Hey, Cal, how you doing?
What's going on?
I'm great. You?
Good.
Good.
So
Doing
excited
good.
to have you tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
No problem.
So
It's good to see you again. So
Thank
I
you,
met
thank
you just a few a week or so ago. I met you in Crossville. That you had a little showing there for your new movie that came out, and I didn't
Yes.
know that you were making movies or anything about it. But I was like, oh, there's a movie premiere over here. Let me go check it out. And yeah, lo and behold, I'm like, oh wait, this guy's actually filming stuff locally here. So tell us about that. What got you into making movies?
Well, I've always been a movie buff. I mean, ever since I was a kid, I wanted DVDs and not toys. Like I just wanted DVDs. I wouldn't play with toys. I actually would just put the discs on my fingers and just spin them around. Like that was my toy, you know.
Yeah, nice.
And I've always kind of wanted to make movies. I made a little Bigfoot short film back in 2015, and I don't like it at all. It's like on private on my YouTube because I just cannot let people see it. But it's a good start, humble beginnings. But so I finally figured out how to make films, you know, because I've kind of figured out how to do it watching behind the scenes with movies, with like, you know, the behind the scenes sections on discs you get. And that's how Tennessee Bigfoot came about, you know. So I started writing Tennessee Bigfoot. So yeah.
oh,
And
that's fun. So you have one or two films?
I have two.
Two.
Hold on.
Two films.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two films
Two
right here.
films.
Two films.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at
Oh,
this.
Look, he's
yeah. That's
Look at
awesome. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So now you make this, and your family helps you out, right? They made you, they help you out behind the scenes and on the camera too. So now, do you have anybody else that helps you with this stuff, or is it mostly just you and your family just go out and do it?
Just my family. Yeah.
Yeah. And now, when you go film this, because you film stuff in like Cumberland Falls and all that, Fall Creek Falls rather, and Cumberland State Park and all that. Did you just go shoot? You said, I'm going to go for it, or did you talk to somebody and say, hey, I'm going to be out here with the camera? Or...
I just went and shot it. I was just walking around.
Sure.
Hey,
Yeah.
nothing wrong with some guerrilla films.
Oh yeah.
Guerrilla filmmaking, literally.
Yeah.
It's some. So you have Tennessee Bigfoot, and what's the name of the other one?
Tennessee Bigfoot 2.
Oh, you got two of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Thank
do
you.
you have a thing with Bigfoot, or that's just something you just came up with?
Well, I grew up with like Bigfoot. I grew up watching Finding Bigfoot and stuff like that, like reality TV shows about Bigfoot. And then when I was about 10, I figured out that there was horror Bigfoot films, and I became hugely obsessed with them, and I love them so much, obviously. And I actually we watched this reality TV show called Monsters and Mysteries, and it's kind of like a reality TV show where people tell their stories about a bunch of different creatures that they've actually encountered, and one of them was about the Tennessee Wild Man. I think it was some guy in Rockwood, Tennessee, or Harriman, Tennessee, I want to say, and he encountered the Tennessee Wild Man, and basically it's just like Tennessee's Bigfoot, you know. And I was like, they had footage of like places in that little town that we've drove past to a billion times, and we're like, oh my god, that's so cool. So a few weeks later, we were driving past the town and like, hey, this is where that creature was encountered. I'm like, oh cool. And then it just came in my head, you need to make a movie about this. And I laughed at myself because I didn't believe I could do it, you know. And I let the thought go, and then a few minutes later, it was just like everything that I could do with it just started coming to me, and I'm like, huh, well, that is doable, you know. So yeah.
And
Okay.
Bridget, over here, Bigfoot is a pretty big deal. They actually have a festival every year over here, the Bigfoot Festival. Now, and so, back in the day, Bigfoot stuff, I mean, there was some lore in Tennessee, but I feel like it was mostly a lot of West Coast stuff. But now there really is a lot of the lore and stuff here. Why do you think that is, Kalel? Why do you think people are just so drawn to it in this area?
Bigfoot is a pretty common thing here. Like my daddy, we live right in the middle of the woods. Like we basically live in a cabin in the woods. And he experienced something like at night. We had a English Mastiff, and if you know anything about them, they are very lazy, and that's just the type of breed they are. They're very lazy. They just lay in their doghouse all day. They don't do nothing. But one night he was going insane, barking, and that was just wasn't normal for him. And my daddy goes outside and like yells at whatever is out there because he don't know what it is, and there's this just huge howl that could not be described. And then on the cross of the other part of the yard was another howl, and he heard something like big heavy footsteps like running across the yard to the other howl where the other howl was at. So yeah, that's my daddy's encounter. And then I've seen Bigfoots too, and I've heard some people, they come up to my tent when I'm selling my movie, they will tell their stories about how they've encountered Bigfoot. And yeah, so it's just there's a lot of activity with Bigfoots here.
Where are you located? Are you are you close to Crossville area,
I am
Cookeville
in
area?
Crossville.
Oh, okay. Okay, so y'all are practically neighbors.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that, Mike, because my parents have a lake house out on Del Hollow, which is pretty sure it's like pretty close to you, or just some close, but they're one of the lake houses in the kind of creeping out of the woods. They've got like a huge Bigfoot statue, and like they got a name for it or anything. And I was just like, that's kind of random, these big swanky fancy like lake houses, but there's a big Bigfoot statue. I think it's pretty. I think it's kind of cool actually, but
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
and Fall Creek Falls. So you filmed at Fall Creek Falls. In my mind, I'm like, God, that's like the perfect place to film a Bigfoot movie.
Thank you.
Um,
Yeah, that was my dad's idea. Is like I think the movie's about just a camping trip.
yeah.
So, and the character is from Florida, so it's just like that's kind of a historical place. To me, it's not because I live like 15 miles from it, but my dad was like, that would just be like a cool place to do that, you know?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
do you have any other ideas or any other projects coming up or anything you're working on?
I will be filming Tennessee Bigfoot 3 in
Okay.
August of this year, and it
Okay.
will finish the franchise.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
haven't seen these, so now I'm gonna now I want to go out and watch them now.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Now, when you told people in tennis in Crossville, Kalel, that you were making a movie, did anybody say like, "What? Really?" Was anybody like kind of like, "Oh my god, that sounds so foreign," because it's not really known for filmmaking over here that much. I actually didn't know anybody was making movies over here. So, what was that experience like?
Uh, I really don't tell a lot of people. about my movie making.
Really?
I don't talk to a lot of people, but they think it's pretty cool when I do. Like especially when I tell my family, I'm like, "Hey, I'm making another movie," especially with the
Yeah.
first one, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So you don't know any other filmmakers in the area, like a scene or anything?
I do know one.
You
I
know
do
what?
know
Okay.
one, and I've gone to a few of his premieres as
Okay.
well. And, yeah.
Okay. There's more filmmakers in
They're out
Clarksville
there.
than you know
They're,
of, Mike.
they're yeah,
Look,
absolutely.
they're just hiding out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Would you like to do any other genres? You think horrors where you like to be?
Um, I think horror is my main thing. Like
It's
horror is just my.
it's ours too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's just
Obviously.
my default when it comes to writing. Like
Yeah.
I'm always inspired to write horror, and yeah. So that's about it.
So
Awesome.
what about you other than Bigfoot? So yeah, obviously you're a horror fan. Like, do you have
Mhm.
any other like genres, subgenres of horror that you're into?
Oh, 100%. I like werewolves, but I would like to do something on werewolves eventually. I have some ideas for that in the future. But I love stuff like Megan, Nosferatu, vampire stuff, um, anything paranormal. Obviously, slasher films. I love slasher films. I really want to go see that new I Know What You Did Last Summer
Yeah.
Oh
movie.
yeah. Oh
So
And
yeah.
I forgot how much I love that movie because it's been a while.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Awesome. Awesome.
thank you.
So I know you don't talk to like a lot. I know you said you don't talk about your movie making a lot, and we're just putting you out here on the podcast.
Yeah,
Getting your name out there. So
thank
we have a
you.
lot of listeners. So if they wanted to like check you out on social media, where can you be found on social media?
All of my socials are Superman Media on
Okay.
TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff.
Okay, you're
So,
on all the things.
yeah.
All the things. All right, awesome. Cool.
and
This is
now
awesome. Awesome.
you've got your
Thank
movies
you.
on DVD, Cal. Are you streaming them anywhere? Are you planning on streaming
We're looking into it.
them?
We
Is that kind of a goal of yours? Or are you just gonna?
we're definitely. There was a thing we were doing. Like I will give away a free DVD if I hit like 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube, but I never did. So, but when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I think I am going to try to, post the video on there because there has been, I've seen like a bunch of horror short films on YouTube that have gotten millions of views. So I
Sure.
do think that'll be a great way to promote my stuff. So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you don't
yeah.
have 1,000 yet, it's coming. It's definitely
Oh,
coming.
yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
it
Thank
sounds like
you.
you're very up and coming. So
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
yeah. So all right, so we know where to find you on social media. Now, if someone wanted to watch one of your films, I guess do you have those available for purchase online anywhere?
I have them on eBay and
Okay.
Etsy. You can
Okay.
just type in Tennessee Bigfoot DVD and it'll bring you right to the listing.
Awesome.
Perfect. All
Thank
right.
you.
Very
And
cool.
they're signed as well. If signed or unsigned, you can get either.
Yeah, we need to get your autograph before you get real famous on us.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Cool. Well, yeah, we really appreciate you coming on and talking to us. It's really exciting to meet someone up and coming in horror, and you're right around the corner from Mike. That's really cool too.
Yeah,
Right. Thank
absolutely.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have anything else for him, Mike?
Um, no, I don't think so. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. We'll look forward to
Yeah.
part three.
Yeah.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward
Thank
to it.
you. Thank
Okay.
Yeah.
you.
All right.
Awesome. All right. Go check out Cal Neal on social media. He is on all the things. And check out Tennessee Bigfoot on eBay and Etsy.
Absolutely.
All right. Yes. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
All right,
Yeah,
man.
thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. This has been fun.
All right.
Awesome.
Well,
Okay.
have a great night.
You
Okay.
too.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.
All right. Kalel, Superman Media, Tennessee Bigfoot. Right in
Yeah.
my back door over here. Yeah, I was like, what? People making movies? I mean, that's crazy.
I love it when we talk to new filmmakers and they're like, I never thought I could make a movie and I just did it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you
Yeah.
know, if people talk about doing things all the time, sometimes you gotta stop talking about them and just do it.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's the way it goes. It's just one of those things where it's like uh, when you're up and coming. I mean, you need people kind of help get you out there.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you gotta. I mean,
hopefully hopefully this
you gotta start somewhere. Gotta start
hopefully
somewhere.
this helped them out. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, got a couple things to talk about. We're here close to the mid-April, almost end of April. I've just started my what I guess has become now annual, halfway to Halloween horror sale on my movies, on my physical copies. So everything on the website right now is half off.
Wow,
So
I cannot. I feel like is we just talked about this. Is crazy how time flies.
time flies,
Wow.
yeah. So
Yeah. So now, if
yeah,
you're gonna buy a movie, now's the time to do it. Now is the
now's the
time to
time
go check
to
out
get
Mike's
it.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah, go fauxpasfilms.com and you can check them all out. Um, and this will be going on till May Day, and then it's over. So there you go. It's the end of it. But
Oh,
physical copies. We love physical copies. We champion physical copies all the time, right? We're kind of that person who's like, yeah, we love physical copies. But let's talk about something. Let's talk about a con, not a pro of physical media, because we're always like, well, physical media, we're always going to have it,
mhm.
kind of a deal, as opposed to streaming. You never know what's going to happen with it. They could change it on you, whatever, change the service.
Mm.
There was a service that dropped not too long ago. I think it was called Spree or something like that. I had an
Mm.
account with them. I never actually bought anything, but there was a few free movies out on there. But some people, you could buy them. You could buy them on there. They
Mhm.
were like mostly a lot of older stuff, mostly, but there was some new stuff. Anyway, that whole thing just shut down, gone. Any
Oh,
movies you had,
wow.
any movies you had on there, lost.
That sucks, and that's one thing about streaming movies. I've always kind of thought that in the back of my mind. That if something happens, even if your internet goes out, you can't get access
Well,
to your
yeah, well,
movies, which is
sure. There's
crazy.
that too. But this, where I mean, if you invested a lot of money, again, I didn't invest anything with this company, so I wasn't out anything. But if you invested a lot of money in this company, and then they're just like, sorry. I mean, I don't think they're. I didn't see an email saying they were compensating anybody. I don't think that they were. So at the end of the day, I mean, they tell you it's mostly just a rental, really, even though it says buy. But it's scary because you could lose them. Now, do I think really iTunes is going away or Disney anytime soon? No, I don't. You
Mhm.
know, but some studios could go. Uh, Fandango could go. I mean, I know it's pretty big, but it could. It could. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's not likely. It's not likely. I wouldn't think, but it could. So you never know about this stuff. But that's always going to be a con against that streaming media and stuff. But there are some cons against DVDs and stuff. Do you have any of those? Do you know what any cons of that might be?
Mm-mm.
You have no cons for DVD? I'll give you one. Disc rot.
Disc rot.
Mhm.
Oh,
You ever heard
oh,
of this?
no,
No.
no. Enlighten me.
Uh, well, it's a real thing. It's a thing where um, I'm not really sure what the cause of it is. I mean, sometimes it's faulty production at a plant, but sometimes I think it's just other things, age. I mean, they say typically a DVD is supposed to last 100 years, typically. But even that to me, that's still a temporary position. Obviously, if you want to pass it down to generation, you know what I'm saying? It's not really something that might be plausible to a degree. But no, Discord is a real thing. It does happen. I'm gonna give you some examples. Back in the day, many years ago, I had Clerks. I bought Clerks on DVD. Kevin Smith's Clerks. The damn first one I ever bought, for some reason, about halfway through it, stopped playing. I didn't really know what it was. I thought I've watched the damn movie too many times because I used to watch it all the time, loved it. And so I was like, okay, fine, I'll just have to buy another one. So I bought this one. I bought this copy, watched it, played fine. Here about maybe a year ago, I pulled it out. I was going to watch it. Same thing. Damn thing won't play halfway through.
Oh, and is it completely different, like a completely different disc? Like a whole other...
Yeah, it's a totally different disc. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the disc. I keep them in good shape. I do this. Just won't play. So my thinking is there's something wrong with the production. And it could just be like certain ones in certain factories of this movie. But there's something definitely wrong because for me to get 2 copies and both of them have that problem, that's not likely.
Yeah, it's not likely. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, when you were saying cons, I was like, I can't think of any, but maybe like I have always taken very, very good care of mine. I'm very careful with them, but some people sling them around and get scratched.
Oh yeah, there's some people. Yeah, that's true. That I can't. I don't do that at all. I'm very careful with them.
Same.
Keep them stored very well for the most part. I mean, there was a couple of times in my life they were in boxes, but they were never like outside or in a garage or anything. So there is a list though too, not with Clerks on it because that's Miramax. But there is a list from WB that is a pretty long list. I think over 200 titles. Now a lot of them are like older television shows and stuff like that. But you'd have to go through the list. There are some movies that are on there. I went through the whole list, and I didn't have a whole lot of them to be honest. But it's right here. Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. You know this movie? It's the prequel to the remake. If you have this disc,
I saw it in the movie theater.
I did too. Yeah, if you have this disc, might not hurt to go look at it and check it out. I went through this list. This movie's on the list. I put this in. It won't play. It will not play.
Okay, so where did you find this list at?
You can look it up online. Just look up WB Disc Rod, and you'll find the list.
WB Disc Rod. Okay.
So now there was a few other ones that I had on there that I looked. Now, a lot of the Tales from the Crypt, the TV show, a lot of those were on there. I looked through all mine. They're all playing. As of now, they're playing. But like this movie here has been taken care of. I mean, it doesn't have like any scratches on it or anything. It's fine. It's not. There's nothing on there that would say this movie shouldn't play. Right?
So when you first get them, they play fine, but it could just kind of happen that it just
it's just over time. It
rots. Like it starts.
It just sort of. It starts rotting on the inside. It's kind of curdles like milk or something. I mean, the solid state of it doesn't change, but inside of it, it just won't play. There was another movie I had bought. I got it really cheaply, but like it wouldn't even load past the like home screen, like the logo screen. It would load that, but then it wouldn't go to the main menu. And I think that was the same thing, Discrot. So now here's the thing with WB. Now, if you'll go and look it up, they'll tell you that you can actually contact WB, and they will sometimes replace them. Sometimes.
Okay.
And that's now I did contact them about this particular movie. All right. They took my information, and here's what they said to me. Okay. They said, we'll check our inventory, and if we're able to replace it and send it to you, please allow 4 to 6 weeks to arrive. If we have,
that sounds like a big if. 4 to 6 weeks.
That's a big if. So it's just one of those things where it's not completely pros with this, because there are some like that. Now I don't think that's the majority, and even with that particular movie, I don't think it's all of them either, because I think they're saying it's one particular plant that mass produced a lot of them, obviously, because it wasn't Tennessee or nothing. Made that and there was something faulty in it, in the way that they were making the movies and TV shows. So it's caused all this discredit. Now, who knows? 10 years down the line, I mean, half my movies might be unwatchable.
Right, right. That's
So
pretty
that
good. That's really good information for those of us that are digital media collectors, because
yeah,
I didn't even know there was such a thing. Had no idea.
yeah, it is real. So if you ever get a movie and you're trying to play it and there's no scratches on it, you taking care of it or whatever, it doesn't look like there be any damage, that probably might be the culprit. And
Okay.
in that case, there's nothing you can do. You can
Mm.
blow on it like a Nintendo game, but it's not going to make it. It's not going to make it work. So
Not gonna make it work.
no,
So yeah.
not at all.
Okay. So WB Discrot. Go check that
Yeah,
out. And
yeah.
check
Check
your
that out.
movie list.
Check your list. See if you got any of those. See if they play. If not, reach out to them. Maybe you'll get a copy. But then again, if they have inventory, and if not, if they didn't say anything, if they did, it wasn't like, oh, we'll refund you or we'll give you something else. It was just like, well, we'll see if we got it. If we do, we'll send it to you. If not,
If
shit out of
and it might be 4 to 6 weeks.
it. Well, 4 to 6, that's fine, but it's like if we have. That's all I got. Before we go into movies, you got anything?
No, we finished up the Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival this
Yeah,
past
yeah,
weekend. That was always a great event to work. It was pretty cool. It was really busy. It's always a very, very busy con for us.
sure,
We
sure. It's a big
David
day.
Howard Thornton did stop by our booth.
Yeah, I saw
Um,
that picture. Yeah,
yeah, he was pretty cool. We chatted with him just for a minute. It's funny, like he's so fat, like he's always has such a crazy long line. So we'll see him haul ass to the bathroom, and our booth was pretty close to the men's restroom. So Tracy kind of caught him, was like, "Mr. Thornton." I was like,
mm,
he waved him over there, and how he started talking to him. Started talking about Circus the Dead Part 2,
yeah,
because he's going to be in that movie,
yeah.
and so am I. So we chatted about that just for a hot minute, and long enough to get a photo. I mean, because that man is busy, busy,
Oh,
busy.
sure. Good.
But yeah, no, it was a great con. A lot of really cool people. We've got some cons coming up, so be sure to check out our website. That's at cirquedufreaks.com. So
Check
you
your
can just see
freaks.
all the cons. Yep. So check
Cool.
that
Yeah,
out. Yeah.
awesome. Very cool. All right, what you been watching?
All
Anything?
right, I am pulling up my list.
All right.
Let's see. Okay, so I went to Full Moon Cineplex a few weeks ago. It's a movie I talk about, like I feel like I talk about all the time because I watch it at least once a year and just watched it recently. But I've never seen this movie on the big screen. So that's pretty
Okay.
cool, is Return of the Living Dead.
Living
Um
Dead.
it's one of my favorite movies, and it just so hadn't been playing at Full Moon Cineplex, and it's one of our favorite places to go because you can eat dinner, and it's pretty cool. It's always a different experience to see things on the big screen. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
pretty cool. I got to tell some John Philbin's some of his stories that he told us on our podcast. I shared some of those stories
Oh,
with some
nice.
folks in the theater, so that was a
Yeah.
good time.
Awesome. Yeah.
If you remember that episode, that would be December 2024. Go back and listen to that podcast with John Philbin. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's full of fun little surprises about behind the scenes of Return of the Living Dead.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
so here's a movie I absolutely loved. This movie. It was recommended by Michael T. Flynn, and it's been on my list forever. And I'm so glad that I finally watched it. It's called All About Evil.
Oh, All About Evil. Yeah, I remember that movie. It's
Have
got
you seen it?
Elvira in it. Not as Elvira, but
Oh, yeah, yes. I forgot that she was in that. Yeah, she had a small little cameo in it. Yeah,
yeah,
it's a great movie. It's super
it's wild.
gory.
Yeah, it's
It's
fun.
fun. It's really fun
Mhm.
about the theater. But if you haven't watched that one, definitely I'd recommend checking that one out.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, it's good. I like it.
here's one that I've been watching a lot of older things. I noticed. I feel like there's not a lot of new horror that I'm really into that I'm
Okay.
want to watch. So this is a movie. I don't even know if it's even classified as horror, but it's got some horror elements. It's from 1981 called Road Games. Have you seen Road Games?
Refresh me about what it's about.
It's about a truck driver, and he kind of he oh Jamie Lee Curtis is in it, and her name is Hitch. She's the hitchhiker,
I don't
and
think I've
there's
seen it.
basic. Oh, you haven't seen it? Okay,
I don't think so.
it's pretty good. It's different. I mean, it's definitely got. I mean, I maybe might be considered horror, but it's definitely got some horror scenes in it for sure. But
Okay.
it's a fun little movie. Road Games. Okay, here's one I've been wanting to talk about this on the podcast. Um, it's another old movie, one I've never seen before. I don't even remember
Okay.
what year it came out. It'd been early 70s.
Okay.
The Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane.
No, there's a like. Was that Jodie Foster? Is that who that is?
Yes.
Jodie
Yes.
Foster. Yeah, yeah.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's been a long time, but I've seen it. Yeah.
Oh man, like it's kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
Um it's so crazy how they could get away with things back then. There's even a scene where so her character is 13 years old, and there's
Mhm.
a scene where she gets completely naked, like completely
Right.
naked,
Right.
hops in the
Right.
bed with a boy, and I was like, how old was she when they were filming this? So I looked it up. She was 13 years old when they were filming it. She even celebrated so she was 12 when they started. She even celebrated her birthday um, on
Seventies
set.
was a
So
wild time.
yeah, I'm telling you, I was like, and then there was some like the pedophilia. I was just like, wow, this movie is crazy. Like it's a pretty good movie. I liked
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah. It's good. Yeah. It's a good
but
movie.
yeah, I was still talking about this like the next day. I was like, this is a crazy movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
um
They don't
so
make them like that anymore, do
no, they don't. I don't think they could get away with it.
they? They
Honestly, I
couldn't.
really
That's
don't. Yeah, no way.
no way.
It's so crazy how that things that you could get away with back then.
Yeah,
I
the
was
late '70s, or I'm sorry, the late '60s and early '70s, they really was experimenting with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's a movie that's on my list. I can't tell you what it is off the top of my head, but my friend Corey Jordan was telling me the other day about this movie. He was like, "What's so interesting about this movie is it was filmed at a daycare, and this would have been like the early '80s. It was filmed at a daycare, and it's about these children doing like satanic rituals." And he said the crazy thing is that it was a real daycare, and the parents had no idea that they were in there filming their kids doing these
Oh
satanic like
wow!
rituals.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! That's crazy.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I'll have to look up the name of it, but I'm sure if you do a Google search of
Satanic.
satanic rituals in a daycare, it will pop up. So
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I will let you know. Stay tuned on that one.
Interesting.
Here's a show that I've really been into.
Okay.
The new episode actually just come out. It's coming out like I believe in a couple days. It's called it's Happy. That it's about the Happy Face Killer. Have you
Oh yeah,
seen this?
I watched. I haven't seen the whole thing. I watched about 2 or 3 episodes. Yeah.
It gets better. It gets better
Yeah.
and better. It's
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid. Um, he's such a good actor. I love him as an actor.
Oh
But
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
And this is a
it
show about the daughter, right? About his daughter. The daughter.
yeah,
Yeah. Now I
yeah.
watched a
It's about his
movie.
daughter. Yeah.
I watched a movie about the Happy Face Killer not that long ago with David Arquette as the killer.
So that keeps popping up as recommendations for me, I guess, because I'm watching this and I've never seen it.
Sure.
I noticed it's David Arquette. Is that a good movie?
I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but yeah, I mean, if you are interested in the case, I mean, it's pretty good,
Yeah, I didn't
pretty
know
decent.
anything about the Happy Face Killer. Apparently, he
Well, I got
wrote
it
letters
mixed
to the
up.
police or something.
I
and
got
put
it mixed
happy
up with
faces.
right. There's also one called what? The Smiley Face Killers or something.
Oh,
Uh,
maybe I have them mixed up. Maybe
so
I do
I
have
got
them mixed
mixed
up.
up because there was one where they were dumping bodies along the just along the rivers and stuff. But then there was
Hmm.
another one. And so I think there's actually two, but the Happy Face Killer, that's the one that we're talking about here. But there's one
Yeah. Oh, okay.
very similar, like Smiley Face Killer or something like that. It's very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. I didn't realize there was two of them, but that makes sense now. That makes sense. Um, all right. Let me see what else I've got on here. Oh, actually just watched this last night. It's another freaking movie from 1981 that I haven't seen. Um,
1981.
and again, I don't know if this is considered horror. Definitely has horror elements, a thriller, but it's called Blowout. It's John Travolta.
De Palma. Brian De Palma directed.
Yes,
Yeah, that's a good
yes.
movie. That's a really good
It's a
movie.
really good movie. I'm like, how have I never seen this before? And I love his movies. So
Mhm.
it's great. I absolutely love the way he films. He's a great director,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it's
it
a
is.
hell of a good movie. I can't believe I'd never seen it before.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I
so
recommend that for sure.
my list is really short. Because I've been working all these cons. I, I'm working on horror merchandise over here. So yeah, I had a
Sure.
pretty short list. So what about you? You always have like a crazy great list of things you've been watching.
Um, not a long list this time.
I
I
hope
didn't
you
put
have
it.
some good recommendations for newer movies. I'm telling you, there's not been a lot of newer horror movies that I've just had any interest in watching.
All right. All right. We'll see. Let's see. The first thing I watched was the Faces of Death series. And
Oh,
I told you about this at Walmart. I've looked and looked since then, and it's not even on there anymore. So not really something
yeah,
you can buy on there. But it was a one time deal kind of a thing. Now you can buy things at Walmart.com. You can even buy like part one and part two and stuff. But this was actually sold in Walmart stores,
yeah, that's
which was
crazy.
the funny. It was very crazy to me. It's insane. Now I had seen one part one many times over, but if you haven't seen all of two, three, and four, I mean, really, those they're 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 kind of substandard compared to one. One is really the best. Like
Okay,
it
okay.
really is. So I mean, the other ones they're worth a watch, but they're really more like just pick and choose. Like some are okay and some are not that great. So it's yeah, they're a little half and half on there. But the first one's obviously the best.
Yeah, yeah.
Other things I watched some documentaries, some horror documentaries called Penny Pictures Part One, and then Part Two of that, and then another one was called Stale Popcorn and Sticky Floors. These are all like low budget filmmakers talking about movies and stuff. So it's always good to watch. I can watch any documentary about horror usually.
Oh,
Uh,
heck
tip,
yeah.
Typically. Um, Now this next movie is a newer movie. It's called The Rule of Jenny Penn.
The Rule of Jenny Penn. Okay, I haven't even heard of this, so
I really liked it. It was really it's I think it's a really good movie. John Lithgow is in it, and
oh, okay.
let me tell you, when Lithgow wants to play the bad guy, he can really freaking do it. If you haven't seen him on Dexter, I mean, it was the primo baddie bad guy on Dexter. Um, so John Lithgow's in it. Was it Jeffrey Rush? I think it might be his name. He was in House on Haunted Hill, that remake. But man, he's gotten
Mhm.
old. And this is a movie about old old people and like kind of like the scariness of becoming old and becoming sort of helpless. Uh,
Oh,
Becoming
wow.
and it really is terrifying. So I think it's a great movie. It's just sitting in a nursing home where this guy got kind of committed to because he lost his motor functions really, and then you got this guy over here, John Lithgow, that's kind of the fucking bully. He's kind of like the class bully, but instead of class, you're in a nursing home.
You know,
And
you are so right about him. So what's funny is that the movie I was just talking about that I watched, Blowout.
mhm.
So he's the killer on the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
And I hadn't seen him since Dexter, who he was Trinity, the Trinity killer on there.
Mhm.
And you are right, when he turns that shit on. And it's funny because we're talking about, like we were talking about Bigfoot earlier, so automatically in my mind I'm thinking of Harry and the Hendersons, where he's silly and goofy, funny, but man,
Yeah,
so he's a
yeah.
great actor when he
A
can
very
go
commit,
from one extreme to the other.
right? Very comedic actor, but yes, very
Yeah,
much can play the evil. So that's a great one. I
yeah.
recommend that one. That one's on Shudder right now. You can watch that one. Up next was one called Popeye the Slayer Man. Now look, uh, the reality is I think it might have already has gone too far. Look, when the Winnie the Pooh came out, we were a little hesitant about that. I think those turned out pretty good. But we've gone too far. And this is not even the only one. I think right now there has been 3 Popeye the Sailor Man horror movies dropped in like the last little bit.
What? I've
3.
never even heard of any of these. There's
3 of
3?
them. Yeah, I haven't seen the other 2. This one was pretty abysmal. It's bad. It's not. There's a lot of Mickey Mouse stuff out there. The Steamboat Willie stuff. I don't know. I think it's gone a little too far. It's going to keep going though. I don't know. Like I feel like they had kind of a vision a little bit with that Winnie the Pooh stuff in the beginning,
Hmm.
in those first 2. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it was silly. It's going to be stupid, but they made it gory enough to be entertaining. But no, man, they're rough. They're rough. They're out there. So if you like, and there's like I've seen so many of them. There's like some Cinderella ones and like uh, I don't know the freaking one about the bears, Goldilocks and the bears. I don't know. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
So
It's like
if
they're
you're
they're running out of ideas.
if you're well, that is the idea now. I think that is the idea. It's like, okay, what are we gonna
Yeah.
what IP are we gonna go with that's kind of going into public domain? It's like, whatever. I don't know. It's you come up with a cool concept or something that's kind of weird and different, and it just goes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So there you go. Pop out this thing. Up next was a TV show, The Bondsman. This one's on Prime. Um,
This is a
it,
TV show? It's a show
it's a
or a
TV.
movie? A
It's a
show.
it's a show. It was
Show.
on. It was
Okay.
I think 8 episodes, but pretty short
Okay.
stuff. Like I think 30-minute episodes. It's Kevin Bacon. Kevin
Okay.
Bacon. I'm a big Kevin Bacon fan, so I usually watch what he does in horror. I can't say the concept or the plot is original. It has been done. It's been done quite a few times. But basically, he dies and kind of comes back to collect souls. You've heard that
Oh,
before,
okay.
but I mean, the way it's done and the gore and stuff is pretty good. So I actually
Okay.
did enjoy it. I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's not like, again, because I've seen stuff like it before, I can't say I loved it and think it was fantastic, but I think it was just worth watching. Maybe something to put on, kind of just, you know, not not
Hmm.
not take it too seriously, kind of thing. Up next was Crazy House.
Oh, you
Now,
finally saw Crazy House. You hadn't seen that before, right?
I hadn't seen that. Have you seen that?
Yeah, Crazy House. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Alicia
yeah.
Silverstone. Is that the one you're talking
Mm-hmm.
about?
Yeah,
Crazy
yeah.
with a K. With a K. Yeah.
Crazy with a
It,
K.
it's
Yeah.
it's it is crazy, isn't it?
It's wild. Yeah, it's
It
pretty wild.
is. It's crazy.
Um, I mean, I did like it. I think I was, if I'm seeing the trailer, I think I was maybe expecting something a little different,
Me too. Me too. A
but
100%. I
yeah,
wanted to like it a lot more than what I did.
yeah,
Um, but
it's still pretty good. It's
it's
still,
okay. It's all right. I think I
yeah,
had too high of expectations. They had a hell of a good trailer, I'll tell you that.
yeah, yeah. The trailer was really good. I think it did get sort of bizarre in a lot of places that wasn't
It sure
expecting,
did. I know,
but
right?
yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I think it's worth a watch though. It's bloody. It's definitely a very bloody movie. So yeah, worth a watch for that, I guess. Up next was Gore Horror. Um, Gore Horror. Now
Gorhor,
I
that's
watched
me. No.
the Gore Horror. So I watched this guy's movie that a long time ago, Gorotica. I really liked that one. gore horror. I like this one too. I don't know. There's something about these movies that he makes. Hugh Gallagher. They're not well made. They're pretty crappy made. They're all shot on video stuff, you know. But I don't know. There's something about his aesthetic, the way he does things, that I really enjoy. So it just appeals to me. I like it. I think it's pretty good.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, they're really short movies and stuff. But I don't know. He's got one more too he has a gore trilogy. I haven't watched the other one yet, but I really like the gore erotica, and this one, like I said, it's pretty good. I don't know. It's super low budget, and again, that shot on
That's
video
okay.
stuff.
Yeah,
So
Gore Erotica. I like that movie. I thought that
yeah.
was really good.
Okay,
Yeah.
then you might like this one too. Yeah.
Okay.
Up next was a new sci-fi horror movie called Ash
Ash.
by the Flying Lotus as the director. This was a pretty good movie. I liked it. It's basically The Thing in space.
Oh.
Is basically what it is. Now, is it as good as The Thing? No, not at all. Plot-wise, it's not there. But, I mean, the creatures, even though, yeah, I'm sure some of it was CGI. I don't think it's all practical and all, but they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool looking, the way everything looks. I can't say that I did enjoy the effects, whichever way they were. They might have been half and half, might have been all CGI.
Now,
You never know these days.
is this newer? Is it a newer
Yeah,
movie?
yeah,
Or
it's a newer movie. Aaron
Okay.
Paul, I think that's the guy from Breaking Bad. He was in it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's basically about this girl. She wakes up, like in her ship, basically, and all her crew is dead, and she keeps having these visions of her killing all of them, and kind of unravels and kind of find out what happened. But,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, if you're not dead into sci-fi stuff, you might not like it, but I would say just good enough to check out just for the effects.
Okay. I'm not,
Whichever.
I'm not really big on sci-fi. I mean, some,
Yeah.
but it's not my first pick. But
Sure.
do you
Sure.
think it'd be something I would like?
I don't know if you'd like probably story or setting, probably not necessarily, but
Okay.
you might just
Okay.
appreciate the way some of the bodies and stuff look, because they look pretty.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right
Up
on.
next was The Woman in the Yard.
The Woman in the Yard.
Yeah. This is that new PG-13 horror movie. Basically about a woman in the yard, a serious woman in the yard, and you won't leave the yard, and you find out why. It is okay. PG-13, not really the thing usually.
Yeah.
Not
I hear you.
super scary, not super scary kind of thing, but just okay. I mean, if you're bored, throw it on, but it's not like fantastic. Up next, Sinners. Everybody's talking about Sinners. Have you heard the buzz?
No, tell me about Sinners. Let's hear it.
Well, Sinners is that new movie. Is number one on the box office.
Ooh.
I heard it was the only movie in horror history to ever get an A on Cinema Score.
Oh, really?
That's what I heard. I don't even know what that means really, but
That's interesting.
did pretty good at the box office. I think it might be the highest grossing first weekend for a film that is not a franchise or an IP since 2000 or something like that. So like
Wow, that's pretty good.
Or not 2000. I'm sorry, 2020s. So 2020. So like the last one.
Okay.
So like the last one.
Okay. I was gonna say that.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Good.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's a big one. But so Sinners. What can you say about it? It's a pretty good movie. I do enjoy it. I think it's pretty good. It may be a little overhyped. There may be some overhype here for sure.
I don't even know if I've even seen the trailer for it. I'm so behind. I've been so busy.
Okay. Yeah.
What's it about? I don't even know what it's about.
Well, and people have said this, and I do agree that it does have a from dusk till dawn feel to it.
Yeah.
Because we start out and we see like these brothers, kind of see like their life, and they're reclaiming their spot in the community and stuff, and kind of see where they are. So really nothing horrific happens in like the first half of the movie, So it's really more of a drama, you'd say, for that half, and then the last half of the movie we get to vampires.
Okay. So I can
Uh,
see why it would have like a Dusk Till Dawn feel,
yeah,
because that's
which is
it's
that's yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's when it gets into the vampire stuff, though, I like it. It's really good. Like, yeah,
okay.
I think it works really well, and I do like the dynamics of the brothers and everything, and the way that they kind of play off of each other. Even though it's the same guy, it's
Mhm.
Michael B. Jordan playing the same both characters, but I think it works pretty well on that level. Again, is it a cinema score the best horror movie ever made? Well, I don't think so. I mean, not me personally. Like, again, whatever that means, take that with a grain of salt. But is it? It's a pretty good movie though. I mean, it's definitely worth watching. Yeah, I say
Okay. Okay.
definitely check it
Oh.
out. But yeah, probably a little bit over.
So that's it. So it's at the theaters right now.
It's at theaters right now.
That's what I was just saying that the other day. I was like, I haven't seen a movie in the theater like in a while, so like I need to get on that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that might be one to
Okay, so
watch,
that might be one to check out. Okay.
and of course, there's also Until Dawn.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and that's it. That's all I got really. I've just started watching the last season of You. Um,
Oh yeah.
You on Netflix.
Okay.
I do enjoy You a lot. It's kind of a little bit of a Dexter fix without there's no Dexter, because it is a little similar to that in a way. But this is the final season of that show, so yeah. I
How many
watched all the other.
seasons are there of you?
This
How many
this is
seasons are
this
there?
is the fifth season.
Is it 5? Okay,
Yeah.
so I think I got to the third season, and I don't remember why I stopped watching it, because I really liked it. I thought it was good, and I don't know why I stopped
Yeah,
watching it. I might need to go back and watch it again.
I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like it as good as Dexter. No, I don't think it's that on that level. But again,
Hmm.
it's just something to hold you over maybe until
Yeah,
then.
man, I've got to get Tracy on the Dexter train,
Oh
because
yeah,
oh my God, I love Dexter. They have all the new ones that
yeah.
have come out.
Well,
And
there-
I'm like,
there's
I
a
want him to watch the original ones first.
yeah. There's a new
I
season
would
about to come
totally
out.
rewatch those. I would totally go back and rewatch them. I feel like I've seen the original Dexter. I feel like I've seen all of them probably twice, but it's been a
Sure.
really long time. So I would definitely go back and do a rewatch of those 100%.
Yeah. Well, there was that prequel, the original Sin that came out. Now that's been
Yep.
greenlit for another season, so that's going to come back. And then,
Yeah.
but then Michael C. Hall is coming back with a new show too. It's got a lot of people in it. I can't think of all the people. Uma Thurman's in it, I think, and
Oh,
I
wow.
don't know,
Okay.
just quite a few people. Yeah, it's a big cast. So, yeah, looking forward to that stuff. But that's all I got.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. Well, anything else you got to say for the month of April?
Man, nothing else. Don't forget to go to cirquedufreaks.com. Check it out. We got lots of cons coming up, so be sure to check that out. That's
Absolutely.
it.
Go to Popov Films and get some movies while they're on sale.
That's right.
Halfway to Halloween, 50% off. And that way, once you
Yes.
get your con feel and your movie feel, you can stay hardcore. Right? Hardcore.
Stay
All right.
hardcore.
All right. Until next time. Later.
Until next time. Later.
Wow, that's hardcore.
Nothing harder.
Hardcore Horror with Mike and Bridget is a part of the Tennessee Horror Podcast Network.